when F-16 Falcons ate hawks for breakfast. The sun was barely peeking over the horizon, casting an orange glow on the tarmac of the Air Force Base. The morning mist clung to the ground, making the air feel heavy, as if it was thick with unspoken secrets. Lieutenant Jack Harris stood by the hangar, staring out at the row of F-16 Falcons lined up, their sleek, deadly forms bathed in the soft light of the dawn. These were no ordinary planes. They were the pride of the Air Force, the epitome of modern warfare. But today, Jack wasn't looking at them with pride. He was troubled. For the past few weeks, he had been hearing rumors that something was amiss, something that even the best-trained pilots in the world couldn't handle. "Jack, you good?" A voice interrupted his thoughts. He turned to see Captain Emily Walker approaching, her uniform perfectly pressed, her face a picture of calm confidence. Emily was a skilled pilot, known for her precision and sharp instincts. She had been Jack's partner for over a year, and they had flown countless missions together. But today, there was a different energy between them. The tension in the air was palpable. "I'm not sure," Jack said, running a hand through his hair. "I've been hearing about unusual activity on the radar. We've been getting reports of enemy planes that shouldn't be able to fly." Emily raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean? You're saying we've got bogies on the radar?" Jack nodded. "Not just any bogies. The reports describe them as hawks. But the thing is, we know hawks don't fly like that. They're not supposed to be able to keep up with our Falcons." Emily frowned. "So, what are we dealing with here?" "I don't know," Jack admitted. "But something doesn't sit right. These aren't just ordinary enemy fighters. They're different. And I think we might be flying into a trap." Before Emily could respond, a sharp voice came over the intercom. "Pilots, report to your planes.
Code Red. We've got an immediate launch.
Move out." Without a word, they both turned and headed toward their respective planes. The F-16 Falcon was an extension of their own bodies. The cockpit felt like home. As Jack climbed into his seat, the familiar hum of the jet systems powering up was oddly reassuring. But the unease gnawing at him wouldn't go away. The engines roared to life, and within moments, Jack was airborne, soaring above the base, the familiar landscape stretching out beneath him. Emily's plane was close behind, and together, they formed a perfect pair, like two wolves hunting in the wild. "Jack, I'm picking up multiple targets," Emily's voice crackled through the comms. "They're closing fast." Jack scanned his radar, his heart racing as a series of blips appeared, moving at an alarming speed. They weren't just any targets, they were different. They were too fast, too agile. "I see them," Jack said, his fingers tightening around the controls. "Emily, stay sharp. Something's off about this." Just as he finished speaking, the enemy aircraft appeared through the clouds, sleek, dark silhouettes cutting through the sky with deadly precision. They looked like F-16s, but their movements were far too advanced, almost predatory. They had the speed of a falcon, but there was something else, an unnatural, eerie grace to their flight. "Those aren't hawks," Emily whispered in disbelief. "They're F-16s, Jack finished for her. "But not like ours. These things are modified. And they're not alone." In the distance, more aircraft appeared, larger, more ominous. They were the true hawks, their wings wide and menacing as they dove from the clouds, attacking with the precision of a flock in motion. Jack's heart pounded in his chest. These weren't just enemy planes. These were advanced prototypes, dangerous, cutting-edge technology, designed to outmaneuver even the best pilots. And they were about to engage in a deadly game of cat and mouse. "We need to break off now," Jack shouted, pulling his plane into a sharp roll to avoid a missile that streaked past him. "This is no ordinary ambush, Emily. We're outgunned." But it was too late. The hawks were upon them, swooping in from all angles, their jets releasing missiles and strafing with pinpoint accuracy. Jack's heart raced as he narrowly avoided another missile, the explosions sending shockwaves through the air. "Damn it, they're everywhere!" Emily yelled, her voice strained with panic. "We can't outrun them." Jack's mind raced. He had trained for moments like this, but nothing could prepare him for an enemy that was so much more advanced than they were. His eyes darted to the radar again, and that's when he saw it, an opening. A weak spot in the formation. It was now or never. "Emily, follow my lead. We're going in." Without waiting for a response, Jack dove toward the opening, his F-16 roaring as he sliced through the sky. Emily followed closely, her jet close on his tail. They plunged into the heart of the enemy formation, dodging missiles, evading gunfire, and weaving through the chaos. Jack's mind was laser-focused, every movement calculated with deadly precision. His heart pounded in his chest, but he was in control. This was what he was made for. And then, in an instant, it happened. The skies erupted in a blinding flash of light as a massive explosion tore through the air. Jack's stomach lurched as his F-16 was thrown sideways by the shockwave. He fought to regain control, his hands a blur on the controls. His heart skipped a beat as he realized what had happened. Emily's plane had been hit. She was gone. "Emily!" Jack screamed, his voice breaking. But there was no response. She was lost to the chaos of the battle. Tears stung his eyes, but there was no time to mourn. Jack knew what he had to do. He couldn't let the enemy win. Not after everything they had been through. Not after losing her. With a grim resolve, Jack pushed the throttle forward, his F-16 roaring toward the remaining Hawks. He would not back down.
Not now.
Not ever. In the final moments of the dogfight, Jack engaged the enemy in a brutal, no-holds-barred battle. He took down one Hawk after another, his movements driven by rage